I don't know. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but your mic is muted. It looks like you're recording, but there's no sound.
Yeah, Beth, we hadn't started yet, so
Okay. I just want to make
thank
sure.
thank you.
Is on to
Yep.
sit through.
I can hear you now. All good.
Do we have all
Nice kid who
people
would, but-
online muted, Ethan?
And
Anybody that's watching, they're muted though, right?
You gotta make sure.
Yeah, she's muted now. I don't know if she did it or if we did it.
She did. She did.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you well now.
Well, it says you're muted, but you're not.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
Or is she a participant on our agenda?
No.
Is she just a citizen watching?
yes,
Okay, then they should be muted during the meeting.
right.
Yeah, okay,
I think she, but they should be muted.
okay. All right.
Our side.
Technology. We're getting there. 2025, we're almost there.
We have a minute to spare by that clock over there. Yeah.
All right, so call to order the July 9th, 2025 Chippewa Park Board meeting. We have all four board members present. We have a full quorum. And do not have all department heads here, but we will go ahead and get started. And I will entertain a motion for minutes and claims.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes and claims.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, motion passes. Just for the record, I mentioned in our we were like a pre-meeting, but wanted to possibly for our board, our liaison and for Tricia to schedule a work session at some time for us, that will still be made public, as required by law, but this will be just a session for us to bat around ideas about parks, programs, rules, whatever. Everything's on the table and things that we'll maybe try to do more of in the future. In discussing, we may try to do sometime in September. So I will throw out dates and I'll find out where we can or can't have them and what the requirements are with all the new. I don't think for work session it has to be transmitted, but I will find out. And we'll have that. So just want to make sure we have that on the record as well. So let's get into the recreation report.
That's me.
Introduce yourself each.
I'm sorry, yes,
Yep.
for the record.
Tiffany Credit Recreation Director, and I'll
Let me back
cover.
up 1 second.
Yep.
Since I started talking, Gary Nolly, president of the park board. No.
Nice to hear you, Gary. So Tiffany Credit Recreation Director, I'm also going to give the special event report since Nisha is on vacation this week. Summer camp update, we're seeing a standard 80 to 90 kids at camp, usually about July 4th, it starts to fall off. We haven't seen that yet. So it's exciting to keep those numbers up and going, hopefully through the end of summer. We're going to finish with a field trip to Freedom Springs. We've got a talent show coming up, a day to Franklin Parks, and just some more fun. So we're having a good time there. We've done some staff reviews for the camp. I know the pool, they're getting ready to do their staff reviews and implement those. Everything there is going well at the pool as well. Teddy Bears in the Park program for June just started. We have 6 kiddos enrolled. It's such a fun class. They're just little and they're so easy to impress. I love the program too because it's a feeder system for our preschool. So some of those kids will still stay in teddy bear tumblers in September when we start the indoor portion. And then some of them age up to preschool. So that's a neat thing. Special events. July 26th is Neon Night at the pool. That's free admission. It's taking place of the dive-in movie. Instead of showing a movie, we're just going to let people have a true night swim with some glow-in-the-dark activities. And then July 28th is a free senior swim night. Anybody over the age of 55 can come in for 2 hours, 6:30 to 8:30. There will be some water aerobics and some concessions that are available provided by sponsors, and enjoy that evening for the 55 and older crowd. Music in the Park, our next concert is July 18th. It's a Bob Seger tribute, Turn the Page. And if everybody hasn't heard yet, we added a concert to our lineup. Matt Mason approached us and he is going to perform on August the 16th. So our August concerts are back to back, the 15th and then the 16th. Nisha's working on the fall and winter guide, so we're getting our programs together for Halloween and Christmas. And it's hard to think about those things in July, but
Yeah.
We are planners. If we're nothing, we are planners. So we're working all of that stuff as well.
I do have a question for you, again, especially since we have some folks here
Sure.
in testing. Just, how many young folks are we employing for the summer? Through,
77
that's between the pool and your 77, that's way more than I thought. Okay.
between the,
I'm glad I asked that because I
Yeah,
had no
and that's
idea.
not including our concessionaires for,
that doesn't include
Softball.
softball. That's right.
What do we have there?
so
So
we
probably
probably
90.
100, maybe around that,
Yeah.
somewhere around there.
And we pay them at above average. I should say above average. I'm just curious, is it minimum wage? Better than that?
They did get an increase this summer.
Good.
So it is getting better, but it is not the industry average yet.
Okay, all right. That's good to know. I had no idea we put that many kids to work and it's
Yeah.
from what ages we have? I know we have some college kids. What's the youngest? we
So the pool starts at 15
Okay,
and then camp, you have to be 18.
okay.
Yep.
All right. very
And
good.
we have some adults that work for us too in the summertime,
Yeah.
which is super helpful because they are
Good.
managers and they're in management.
Teachers, like
Uh-huh.
people. that
Yes,
have
several
summer
of them.
jobs.
Yep.
Yep.
That's good to know. That's more than I'm glad I asked because I don't know if did you guys know we had that many? I mean, we had.
I figured it was quite a bit just from over the years of seeing who runs it.
Yeah, but I would have guessed 50 or 60.
Go
Don't
to the
would have
pool.
never guessed close to 100.
Yeah, I wouldn't guess that.
And we've always, told them, I mean, in some eyes, they're part-timers, but in our eyes, they're our frontliners.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're the ones out there dealing with the public every day. If you don't have guards in the seats, you don't have a pool.
Yeah.
If you don't have day camp counselors, you don't have a program. So they're frontliners. They're super important to us. So.
Along that line too, I do like, because, on social media, I subscribe to our page, but I know it's like today, the pool opened at 2, right? I think it was today.
Yep.
Because it was, so we still try to, I mean, good for the kids. Keeps them a day of working, it's a good person. So it's good that we, and hopefully everybody subscribes to our social media so they can keep up on that. So,
And that pizza truck at the park,
Yes.
I've had so many people tell me what I should eat there.
Good.
Right, we did the ice cream one,
Okay,
but it was a good time.
Great.
But the pizza truck was in the pit, so
great. I think they'll be back, but I would have to ask Nisha for which show.
yeah, so many people came. and said-
Did you find some?
Not-
You obviously found somebody to do teddy bear in the park.
We did, yeah. So she'll start in September.
Oh.
Mhm. And then she's previously been enrolled in the program with her kids, so she knows it well.
What better experience?
A new preschool teacher?
Teddy bears,
Teddy bear.
paper tumblers.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll start in September.
okay. Any other questions?
How many people did you have at the first music in the park? Did you take it?
It's so hard.
There's no entry and exit. I mean, it's one of those where you guess, you look around.
I came like.
Don't you get
after
Doug to
till
count
it
everybody
ended,
on the
there was
drone
people
picture?
leaving, But there was also like, we had a big group coming, like.
Yeah.
Came,
And Playmates had their company
I mean, there's
people there. I mean,
everywhere.
it was a lot of people. It was a good crowd.
We've tried to grid it out.
Let's say that's usually what
Yes.
they grid
Yeah,
them. Yeah.
but with the shelter house, it's really difficult.
Mhm.
Just see how many are in that.
Make up a number.
You can add 100 to that. I do think that it would have been a lot busier if it wasn't for the heat,
Oh, yeah. It was.
but it was still a super turnout.
Yeah, it was great.
Like 700 maybe?
I'd say close to 1,000.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really good.
yeah.
Yeah, we were at a ball game. I couldn't be there, so.
And we also had a tournament that night too. So the ballpark, the whole area was pretty packed and full. So.
Food vendors. were
There,
happy.
but I was just curious.
Yep.
Rachel at tourism, she uses a geocache sometimes. I'm not sure how it works, but that might be something worth
Yeah.
looking into.
I think she has to, I can't remember if she has or she has to get it from somebody,
Yeah.
but yeah,
I don't think
she's trying to do that.
described,
She has to get it through a third party. But
Okay.
yeah, that is,
especially,
so,
yeah,
We can put something like that on our.
yeah. And Townify might help us with that later. too.
Oh, yeah.
anything else for recreation? Okay, special events, you covering that too?
Covered all that too, yeah.
All right, that's everything then. Okay.
Okay, and I'll be doing sports. Chris is out. It's one of those where we didn't have a tournament last weekend or this weekend, so making him kind of burn up some time.
Okay.
Feel like we have to kind of pick and choose in the Parks and Rec field when we take our time off. We don't always get to take it off when we want. So, but yes, so he is out today and I will cover his report.
Okay.
Okay, so softball tournaments at Blue River are going well. Like I said, we didn't have one last weekend or this weekend, so I know maintenance is using that time to do some field maintenance and things like that. Kind of get a little bit of a break when we can to maintenance our fields because they are busy. So those seem to be going well.
I'm gonna pause you for a second.
Yeah.
Can we, and it would not today, but, and maybe we can do this at a work session, be a good
Mhm.
time, but the contracts for that going forward, can we take a look at those
Yeah.
and if we didn't see?
Yep.
Because I know we've been spending a lot of work and time out there, so make sure we're balancing out with
Yep.
what we're getting from. So, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And then men's summer softball registration, that is going on. I know that the current league is getting ready to end. I think he said this Thursday. And then we'll start the new sessions that will be coming up before long too. And that's usually what the Thursday night league, co-ed. So. Okay, and then Shelby County Girls Softball, we are trying this year a new fall league, listening to our community. So I hope that people show up. So we're gonna try it and see what happens in our community, and we're gonna try a fall league for the girls at Sunrise Park. So we're excited about it.
6-game season.
I don't know the
thing.
details.
Sure.
Yeah, it'll be going on, bless you, during the school year. So I know the kids will be busy in other activities and things like that. So we're gonna give it a shot and see what happens. And then the current league that's going on right now, some of the girls are done. And it will be closing up, I think it's Monday or Tuesday of next week, because they are playing those games at Blue River. That kind of makes it special to do their tournament there. So that's where they're playing those games, and just trying to work with the already current schedules to get everybody done. And then the 4th of July week, which everybody's busy. So that will close up soon.
I have a question related to that.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at some old info the other day, and I don't know if there's an answer to this, but we don't have a women's league at all. Is that interest just died? Because so many girls play fast pitch, and
Yeah.
you'd think they'd want to continue.
We used to have a women's league, but I don't know.
We haven't had a women's league for 25 years,
Yeah.
probably.
Is there just no interest in it? Does anybody know?
I don't know. It filtered out. I was playing after.
Especially if she wants to play.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like a lot of them are going to their kids' stuff and kind
Well,
of
that's
down
true.
there, you
Travel
know.
is kind of, in my opinion, destroyed a lot of things.
Times have changed a
A
lot.
lot younger ages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of a mom whose daughter plays travel ball,
Yeah.
I mean,
You don't
that's
have
her,
time to play, you watch.
that's her,
Exactly.
that's where she invests a lot of her time doing that stuff. So
You meant
sometimes,
to say money?
well, that too.
Hey, believe me, I know, I've got great kids. No, I'm not picking on you, I'm just.
No, I get it, yeah.
That does travel. So, all right. Okay.
So, and I know the fall league registration stuff is out, and I know it's been on our social media. It's in our or it's in our summer guides as well. So I hope that the community will come forward and we'll get to have it. I think it'll be exciting to have. Sunrise Park, I know that, while we're on that, it's in my report later about the concession stand. It is coming along, so we're getting there. It'll be a nice addition. It's something well overdue, and that does directly affect like those leagues and those tournaments and things that we've had there. So I know that it's been an inconvenience. They've had to improvise. There's been a little bit of frustration. I know we've had like the porta pots there. We also have the shelter restrooms, but we haven't always had the food vendors and people come out. Because I know that a lot of those people plan their schedules way in advance. So we didn't realize we were going to be doing demo until 2 weeks before summer stuff started, because you kind of are at the mercy of construction. And when that can happen.
Can you get that chair, 61? Ma'am, do you want to, there's a chair. You sure? Okay, I'm sorry. I just noticed she was sitting over there underneath.
Oh, that's so with that, we appreciate everybody's, patience, and I think in order to have progress, I mean, there's inconvenience in that. So we're getting there, and we're really trying. I know the contractors are trying, but the rain beat them up there for a while. So we're getting there. Hook a Kid on Golf, big shout out to Jason Garrison, Tom Brown, the Blue Bear Golf Course, and all of the helpers that helped out with that. Chris said it was very successful. It went very well. He had good numbers. People seemed happy. He was out there every morning as well, working with them and helping out. So big shout out to them. We appreciate people that help us, because we can't do it by ourselves. So we appreciate that.
It was good. My grandson was in it. He enjoyed it.
Good. Senior softball tournament. That is the ISA, and that will be coming July 18th weekend. Just wanted to share a little bit. That's a men's division, senior tournament. It's 50, 55s. They have like a major and a major plus, a 50 AAA. So I know that means stuff to people. But that is a 28 team tournament that's happening out at Blue River Memorial. And this is what I love, is that these people are coming to our community, and these people are coming from, just to mention some, California, Texas, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, Wisconsin, Missouri, Tennessee, Ohio, Michigan, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, Illinois, and of course, Indiana. So I think that's pretty impressive that these people will be spending time the whole weekend in our community that weekend. So we're excited to have them to be here. So I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys. If you are able, go out, introduce yourself, let them know who you are. They're a great organization, so excited. But that is it on sports and leagues.
Anybody have questions? Okay, I know you're gonna bring it up, but since you already brought up the building over there at
Mhm.
Sunrise.
Mhm.
Did we spec out, it's gonna sound like a crazy question, but you'll know why I'm asking, porcelain or metal? The restrooms? You know? Cause I would prefer metal, you know why? They don't get busted by our vandals. I mean, you can dent the others, but they don't break.
I'm not sure.
Cause
I
the
don't-
only ones that we have that are that way now are at the fishing node, I believe,
Yes,
restroom.
and those are super expensive and we did not go that route.
I didn't know how expensive it is to keep
Really?
replacing toilets and stuff. So,
No, we did not.
okay. All right. I just wanted to know.
That's probably why that's the only one that hasn't.
It's like fifty,
Why is a state funded project that was
Yeah.
out of our,
Yeah.
it wasn't even our project, totally.
that's like $1,500 for the total compared to.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, we
So I know-
replace a lot of porcelain for that price, I guess, so.
I know that's
Okay.
not the route we went with. so.
Okay, well, I just wanted to know because I know that we do get vandalism problems there
Yeah.
sometimes, so.
They'll be nice, bringing them up to code as well, have a little bit more room. Those have been in those restrooms, they're very updated.
Yeah, all right, thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Doug.
Doug Connor, maintenance supervisor. The blue light at the high school we've been talking about, I had it located. Got a confirmation that the locations were good today. They got an email today that from the school that says if you put it there, it's right at the edge of their camera angle. So I have to move it 10 more feet up to the east. So I called in locates again today. So as soon as we get those done, we'll get that up. It's a good thing they called before we installed it. So
So they're trying to get it in their camera view.
yeah, it was right on the corner and nobody knew until they got hold of Tyler actually and
Okay, good.
he emailed me, so. Nothing lost there as far as any concrete or anything, so.
I have a safety light question when you want me to throw it out
Go
there.
ahead.
Okay, somebody brought up that the trail piece that's out by Hale Road, back in kind of the wooded area, that it's really pretty dark back there.
Huh?
And the guy that I was talking to refuses to even ride a bike back through there.
Even during the day, it's dark.
I've been through it. It's not, I mean, it's shaded.
Yeah.
For those of you who ever been through Werewolf's Hollow, it's kind of like that,
I don't,
you know, I mean, it is.
I'm
It's
just
sort of-
passing along what I was told. I didn't question him because I didn't really know what questions to ask. That was a concern that he made. So I'm just passing it along for future reference in the event that we decide to add stuff somewhere. That might be a place we want to do that.
Probably run electricity because same problem you got on,
Yeah, well, this,
Well, and I wondered about that.
because the same
too.
problem we have, we can't run the solar out there.
correct, yeah, it's got a solar panel on it, so yeah.
I mean, it's close enough, you might be able to run power. I mean, there's power close by, you could run from the wood or to the wood from the street, but unlike Knopf, there's no power back there.
Right.
So,
Just put it on your notes thing for future reference if we ever decide to add lighting somewhere. That was something that someone brought up to me.
Yeah,
Rodney,
now this is not a light per se, this is an emergency.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
blue light that you hit in case of an emergency, it dials in and out. So it's not a light at all.
Yeah, but
but if it's dark, you
Yeah.
want the emergency, yeah.
Park swings, Rodney's been doing a good job. We've had in the last 3 or 4 weeks, 7 of them go down, so we'll put it in an order and he's repairing those as we speak throughout this week. I think said he had 3 of them already fixed, so still waiting on the Blue River collars that we had to order. They're special for the poles, so I'm waiting for those to come in. But we are in the process of fixing those swings. The playground mulch that we've actually ordered 2 semi-loads this year and all the parts are almost done. Walls got it all distributed, so it looks really good. We've done all the parks. I don't know if anybody's seen any, including Sunset Park with the playground. Looks really good.
And after this, then each year we just top them off.
Yeah.
Instead of, some of these have needed it pretty bad.
Yes.
This will just, the next couple of years will just be top on.
Yeah, maintain, it's easier to maintain.
So the one down on Washington's done now too. I think you guys were getting ready to do it before.
Yes.
Yes,
Is it 10?
Timber Park.
Yes.
Yes.
It's done.
Yeah, that's a half a season right there.
Yeah.
I know, but I always,
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Is there a way, like I've seen there's a type of glue, I'm not sure if there's a commercial style glue that you would be able to put down on that for the Sunset Park, but like particularly because we know we get flooding and stuff in there. There's a like type of glue you can put down to,
Yeah, I've seen it. They do it to hold rocks. Brad don't know, but I took Brad about.
and it just kind of.
It's like a spray adhesive, then those rocks don't get washed away as easy
Right.
and stuff.
Hmm.
I've seen it. I don't know if you could put it over mulch, but I've seen it because it might, since that's organic, it may be different, but I've seen it on the rocks for sure.
I was just wondering about that with the,
Yeah.
because I know the river will come up and that's a fear.
This was one of those fixes we needed to do.
Right.
To be able to open it.
Right, right.
Even if not, it would have been completely shut down.
Just need to get that. But I was just wondering if that might save it,
Yeah, it's a good idea.
just to save that investment. Fun.
Absolutely.
Tricia touched on not having any tournaments last weekend and this weekend, so we've taken the opportunity to try to laser grade our diamonds ourselves, which is a big to do. So 2 of the 4 diamonds are done and really look really good. So we started working on the 3rd one today. So it's a process. It's a couple days to actually get going there to do it. And the good thing about it is once you get the numbers that you need, you can laser read every month. You just got to punch those numbers in the laser and just take off. The machine does everything for you. So it's really nice. So we'll continue to use that. Probably start on Sunrise next week to try to help those diamonds out over there. The cupping stumps for the pool will be finished tomorrow morning, hopefully. 2 of them, yes, the 2 right beside each other that have failed us. So that's pretty much all I have.
I had entrance at Blue River and Old Rushville Road.
Old Rushville Road. So yes, we're going, and if anybody has any ideas, the Old Rushville Road entrance, we'd like to do something different than what's there right now. And
Because it keeps getting run over.
into that and the plants just aren't, they come up for a couple of weeks and they're done.
Right.
So,
And that used to really not be a main entrance, but it's become a main entrance now, as long, both of them are very heavily used, so we just need it to look better. It needs to look
Chris
nice.
didn't have any ideas for plans that would stick around?
what was that?
She does, Chris.
Yes,
Yeah.
she is.
Those are actually planted by a group though, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Her group,
Master Gardener.
Master Gardens.
Master, okay.
Yeah, so
which is nice, but yeah, it's.
We will be working on a plan to remove all of those, but replant them. That's the goal. We don't want to remove and dispose. We want to remove and replant those elsewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you do I'm drawing a blank on the name of it, I should know. It's basically like a pull off where you would pull, because it always gets turned on anyway. Here's the road, you just make a little, where they pull over and turn in. Also, it keeps traffic from backing up when you do that. You know what I'm talking about?
Turn lane?
turn lane?
Almost like a small, not a full turn lane though, but I think it's got another.
We were just
They-
thinking like some landscape. or something.
Yeah. I think it's-
Well, whatever you put, but my point is, it all gets run over.
Yeah, I agree.
So maybe you can soften that turn, maybe,
I thought about adding some more, maybe some asphalt on that.
yeah, something.
But put something to where it kind of beautifies that entrance and that's different flowers.
Yeah, I almost think you need to address the roadbed itself along with
I
the decoration, because whatever you put there is gonna get run over.
agree. Yeah.
Especially when people come in, we have a lot of people coming with trailers and
We
different
got
things.
deliveries.
Deliveries, and they do good, so
Tight turn.
it might,
Yeah.
you might get with Tyler, since he's a civil engineer. Or whatever kind of engineer he is, that maybe he's got some ideas for us on that, how to Comstock.
Yeah,
But I think that would help that a bunch right there.
I agree.
Cause I don't think we want to stick rocks on it like, I know why we did what we did out in the park, that's fine. But I think that would be a good long-term solution to it. Might cost us a little money that we can find somewhere, but
Okay, yeah.
she's scratching her head over about something.
Yeah, I was just trying to think about it.
Yeah.
Better visualizing.
We have added 2, this week, we have added 2 handicap parking spots at the splash pad on either side of the ramp, so that was completed yesterday. Mike Hack with John Street Farm, so thanks to Mike for doing that for us. And I believe that's it.
We get all the couple weeks ago, we had all the trees go down. Did we get them all cut up? Like there was some down, I haven't been down there in a little while, Sunset Park and stuff. Did we get all the trees? Was that us? Should we shop?
ABC's been cutting some trees down at Duke Energy.
Well, no, these were trees that got
These were storm
fallen,
damage.
storm damage that we had a few weeks back.
Yes, well, I'm not sure on Sunset. John went out today.
There was at least two big trees down there a few weeks ago, and I haven't been down.
Yes, those were clean, yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we do, and which is nice because we're live too, but we do have wood down there that has been from storm damage that we were told that the community can come in
Yeah.
if they would like it.
Sunrise and, Sunset.
So they just, if they see a pile of cut wood, it's open to the public.
Some of it's bigger, it didn't need split, but it is, that's.
We're not gonna split it for them, right?
No, we're not gonna do it, but yeah, they can come and get it
Okay.
and remove it
Good.
if they would like.
All right, all right.
Is that sunset and sunrise?
Yes.
Anything else for Doug? No?
No.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Trisha Tackett, Parks Director. We're gonna go out of order a little bit because we're gonna introduce our Eagle Scout. It's gonna be your turn. So we're gonna let you introduce yourself, okay? And tell the board what you're wanting to do for your Eagle Scout project.
I'm saying that, want to,
Yeah, we might have you come around here, hun, just so you can be on camera. And I'll slide over.
I guess when you.
So we'll just put you right here, okay? Kind of speak up for us so we can hear you, okay?
I'm looking forward to do a personal hygiene button box. I'm getting donations from various friends and family. This is what it's supposed to look like.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see it.
Toothpaste, toothbrush.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to put it in. These, I'm looking forward to put it somewhere here by the fairgrounds on the trail. And somewhere here, but like before the bridge on the Blue River Park. And then I'm looking to have a sign that says, take what you need, leave what you can.
Can I ask you, is there a particular reason for those locations? No. No, I'm just asking. I didn't know. Doug, your thoughts on locations for something like this?
The park could use the first one too.
Really?
I mean, think about the population of people that come through Tyndall Park. Compared to Blue River.
Are you open to other locations? Is it, you're playing on two boxes?
I was going to be three.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
2 or 3, is that what you meant?
I,
Three, is he wanting to do three?
Oh, okay.
I couldn't fit.
Oh, that's fine.
Where is the other location you were thinking?
Either Sunset or Candy.
Thought suggestions should be, I mean, in general, I have no issue with it, but I don't know if we wanna,
Have you picked out like what kind of wood or,
Like,
and then open, I'm sorry.
Now, will you be making this or who's gonna be, you can help, you can.
We've got, cabinets, old kitchen cabinets that they're donated, we're gonna make, we're gonna leatherize for outdoors.
And
I'll
how
probably-
tall will it sit? It can't be that big. 2 by 6 foot by 2.
Yours are on there, just kind of look like.
Sorry, reading. Yeah, on top of my glasses.
I think it's just 6'2".
True. I'm fit that face too. Okay.
I probably shy away from Sunset Park just because of the flooding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
would we want to see you said it's kind of a rough idea what it's look like. I don't know, we would want to see something. I don't know. More accurate depiction of it, I guess. I don't know if I'm saying the right word for it, but
Like a print, final print,
yeah.
a depth for a foundation, would it go, so you'd have to pour some concrete in the ground to stabilize the pole?
And what's the pole made of? I'm trying to think, because I know we have some hygiene boxes around our community now that kind of sit on the ground like old newspaper boxes.
Right.
And then community corrections has a box out front. I was trying to think in my mind what the base of it is. I don't think they do a pole. Get an idea of what they could look like.
I don't know if anybody just. Some of you know the population around the parks, you see it. So I think whatever location, if we could go with it, maybe provide them some input that would be the most useful.
This gets a little bit, at least like the cedar trim with some asphalt shingles. And then the cedar will be painted out on the sides.
The locations, are they near like a parking lot or?
3D view of each one of
Okay.
you guys gonna see it?
Well, like you said,
Like-
walking, I think we need to pay attention to that part, like when the traffic that people are getting and if they do need it.
I mean, that's the part where we have a lot of.
Just wondering, filling them up, if they're way down on a trail, would that be like difficult for someone to add or access? Would be better if they were near a parking lot? I don't know, I'm asking, maybe.
For somebody to stock it?
Yeah.
To
for
drop off.
Stocking is usually the
Right.
biggest thing that we
Yeah.
found in another group that does,
Yeah, gotta be easy.
blessing food boxes is who's stocking it. Is it the hope that community members will have access to it to donate or? Is there a plan for where the donations would come from?
Yeah.
And it says, you know, you kind of go with his motto thing down there, leave what you can, so.
So you will originally stock it,
Yeah.
correct?
Okay.
And you can help out if you want to answer.
Yeah,
them.
he's already got some, he's got a box in his room where he's been picking stuff up.
Okay. And then after that, it's more or less he's seeking public to,
Yes, but he's still gonna check on.
okay.
Two things, go ahead.
I was just thinking about, like Dennis Reckin. I volunteered a few times when we had warming shelters, that sort of thing. And he worked in conjunction with the Salvation Army. They kind of know where people who are displaced are. Because they might especially use it more than other people.
Yeah,
So
you wouldn't put it near the population. It's
And
like,
he might have
Something
better
in the park.
locations for them.
like that might be a good person to check in with. He's in charge of Shelby County Emergency Management. Or even,
Dennis
check-
Radkin.
yeah, or check in with,
Kian?
His office is out outside the county garage on Michigan Road. It's where he's based out of. And I think you can look it up.
And also Kian
Yeah.
Backlund too.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, Kian, she's at City Hall, right?
it's a great idea. It's
Yeah.
a great idea.
I think there's a need for it, yeah.
I think, I'm guessing we're okay with this idea. I think we want him to work with, I don't know who, I don't know if it, I don't want to throw it on Doug, but if it's near a trail, it needs to be with Doug. Or if it's at Tyndall or wherever. I think maybe locations, we might have some ideas that we think would be better or using their suggestion. My only other thing is, we had a project come to us before, sounded really great. We didn't have a lot of specs. Then after I saw it, I wasn't, and I'm not saying things would not be good, but it did not look good next to the trail. It did not. And so I want to make sure that the quality that's going to be out there, that it's good. And this drawing, that helps me a lot right there. So if it's, when you said some cabinets, are these used cabinets or there's some extras from a manufacturer you donated?
And he got some extras sitting around, he's.
Okay, good. When you said cabinets still red, I was picturing some with them falling apart, you know.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure we didn't want to use that. I just wanted to be clear. Because again, I'm just gonna be out there. He wants it to look good too, and we do. So, but just before we would get to that point, I'd want somebody to look them over, make sure they're good for what we're using, where we're putting them, they fit. Then where we put them, it might be painted different colors depending on where they're at, and that kind of stuff. So,
And when are you wanting to do this?
Uh,
You have to have it completed by,
like 2 years.
Oh, okay. So when are you wanting to?
Really planning ahead.
Okay. When are you hoping to do it?
We should go.
By November.
By November? Okay.
Okay. All right. Any other questions for me?
What made you think of this? Why'd you go this direction?
I didn't. I know that, the city has lesson spots, but I didn't see a personal hygiene, so.
Okay. Something that's lacking. Good job.
Would it be seasonal? Cause I'm wondering in the wintertime if some of that stuff would maybe freeze, would that be an issue?
I was gonna mention the need for female hygiene products is they are expensive and in the work that I do every day that's one of our biggest needs. And so that also wouldn't matter in the season. So I wonder if that could be added to the list, just because I know that that is something we get lots of requests for. That could easily be in your box and it's very useful.
Well, Scouts have done a lot of good projects for us, so we always welcome them, so.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Were you able to catch his name earlier? Did you get it?
Not.
Can you give us your name again? I didn't think we picked.
Sanded out,
Xander?
sanded.
The Z.
Yeah, the Z. Allington, okay. Make sure we have you on the record. Thank you, Xander.
Yep.
Do we, need a formal motion to, I mean, it's a donation, I guess we should do that, so that way we can also put out. All of the words, you want to make a motion that we would accept this with whatever conditions you want to put on there. I'm fine with.
Do we want to do condition? Are we gonna do with one box? It's get a,
Like an initial?
yeah, to see what, or more of a
Or a picture of a finished product.
finished.
Just something so we know what but that way before you get in building 2 or 3, that we're okay with it. And look at the drawing, I'm sure we will be, but just make sure they can help you do what the drawing is, so.
Then as we figure out where the other two can go.
So however you want to make that
The
motion.
motion to accept the donation of the personal hygiene blessing box with the condition that we have the first one made by the end of August, September meeting, August meeting,
Is that enough?
or no?
Are you sure? I want to rush it.
By September would be that,
That's only one box, right?
yeah, one box by September, and then the other two could be done by your November date. Okay, and then come back in September and see us. We're not that scared.
You want to see this or just somebody
Bring the
administrative?
box in or send us bring in your box or a photo of your box.
Anything else?
A second.
Second, sorry.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Xander, you now have a project to do. Thank you very much for coming in and thinking of the community and thinking of us. Our part's over.
Now you can go celebrate.
Good.
Always feel good after.
It's warm in here. It
Oh,
is.
warm.
Well, good, I'm not the only one.
And I'm normally cold. So,
I'm always cold.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, then you know how hot I am.
Okay, so we'll move on down then, with the Kaleidoscope. Want to give a super big shout out to Alyssa and Rick Robinson. They did a great job and everybody that was included in on that project to make it happen. If you have not been out there, it does look fabulous. It looks great. They've worked super hard. It took a lot of people to make it happen. But yeah, it's very neat and it's very unique to our community and we have it at Blue River. So, take the time to go out, check it out.
It's over by the playground, right?
Yes, over by the playground. Yep. And just on here, I know it's been out on social media and all that, but just the Kaleidoscope Factory, just some thank yous, Pocahontas, Rich, and oh gosh, I'll chop up that last name. Shelbyville Parks, Blue River Community Foundation, MyBor Grant, the Rotary
Hesenius?
Club,
Hesenius, maybe?
Hesenius, Rich and Lois.
Phineas.
And then Tim and Diane Barrick. And then also, just a thank you to Martin and Tammy Zinzer for their help installing it. So I know that, they've worked super hard at getting the money, getting everything in place. We do want to do a ribbon cutting ceremony, but we have not done that yet due to, we want to have a plaque. So I know, Lissa and Rick are working on that now to get a plaque in place to where we can, it'll thank everybody involved. So the appreciation, is out there. So,
Okay.
yeah. So just wanted to bring that up. Looks super nice and thank you, thank you. We love when people have ideas and then they have something to back it with too. That's wonderful. They had to work hard on that. So thank you to them. Duke Energy, the light project out at Blue River, just a quick update. Doug and I have met with Adam and Tyler and Duke and Shane, all out there last week, I think it was, just to discuss some more things with the lighting project. Those are lights that have been out for 15 years, some of those lights. So it's well overdue, becoming kind of a safety concern as well. So that project will start, we are looking at September to start that project, and it will go in 3 phases. The first phase, each phase will take about 3 weeks. The first phase will start at the softball diamond area. The second phase will go to Lee Boulevard in that area, and then the third phase will go to the monument area and the splash pad area. So these will become Duke lights. They will service them when one goes out. They will have so many days to fix those and just stay up on it like that. And that's a park where did we figure we have like how many lights, Doug, total? I mean, it was
80 or 90, isn't it?
it's 90, I want to say 90, somewhere around there, lights, and it's a lot, and it's just a lot.
They won't be replacing any on the bridge.
Yes, the bridge will not be replaced.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Duke does not do that, so. Yep,
Okay.
but we're working with them to get them close.
Yeah, they're around each end of the bridge.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
Steve, he's been very good to work with at Duke. I'm very receptive to all of our ideas and different things and meeting us out there and listening to our ideas as well. So I appreciate that, but that is going right now. Sorry, we got everybody fanning everybody.
No,
Okay.
it's fanning me.
And
We
then,
need a drum roll for this next one?
we do, I'm gonna let Amy come around
Confetti cannon.
and we're gonna let her share.
This is big.
And now,
This is big.
especially for Amy. This is blood, sweat and tears. Paid off.
So we're gonna let her,
I think.
Yeah.
kind of speak on behalf
Forever.
of the new Parks and Rec app.
It has been a long.
Introduce yourself for the audience of, I don't know, at
Amy
least one.
Whisker. I'm administrative assistant here at the Parks Department. Here's kind of what the homepage will look like, if anyone can see. It has been a labor of love. Something I always look for something to make things easier. I always want things to be, not only for myself, obviously, I'll admit to that, but for everybody else. And sitting at the front desk, taking phone calls, people were struggling with getting onto our online system, remembering what their login was. And when I saw that this was gonna be, you log into the app once and then you don't ever have to log in again unless you, for some reason, sign out. You can just pull it up, you can rent facilities, you can register for programs, you can pay your preschool, your camp. Pool passes is pretty cool because on your membership, it will actually, if you buy a pool pass with us, one of our season passes, download this app and your barcode for that pass is already on it. They'll just scan it at the pool. You don't even have to have that card. So if you buy a family pass of 4, we usually only give out 1 pass. So have all your kids download it if they're on that pass and they can just scan it at the pool. So that's just some of the things that it can do. It also does notifications, messaging, just a slew of things. I had an hour meeting this morning with the software company and just filled my head with so much information on this. It's just exciting. It's what it can do.
So more things that we can do, even building. Nice.
Yeah, so I'm still editing some of it at this point, adding as we go along. A lot of things you'll see on there don't have anything there where they go yet. A lot of our fall, winter programs, just because they're not there. Basically, this will, when you click on one of the, like you can do programs, special events. When you click on one of those, like you click on programs, it'll bring you up technology. It'll bring up all of our programs, and once you click on one of those, then it'll have an information page, kind of tell you, explain about what the program is. And then they'll have a register or a sign up button at the bottom where it takes you straight to our online registration. So you don't have to worry about how to get to that. It just takes you straight there. And then from that point, you can pick what you want and pay for it and be done. And it's just, I'm hoping super, super simple. So
It's gonna have a maintenance tab also, or are we still gonna continue to use my favorite?
There's one in there.
it does. It also will pull up the parks. I put in a tab there for parks and trails, so then you can go to each individual park and see what the amenities are, kind of just a little blurb about it with a picture. It will also have on there a report issue. And then I couldn't put that in the home screen like you had suggested, but what I did is I went to the contact us on the home screen and put that same report issue button there. So I'll put that in several different places. So, say if you're seeing vandalism, please call 911. But if you need to get a hold of us or report something to us, please go here, and it goes straight to his Google.
Did it work, Doug, when I tested it?
So if somebody sees, a bathroom without toilet paper or trees down or, something's.
So if we
Something
find a
that-
problem with the app, can we use it to report to you, the app is I mean, Doug will have to pass it on. No, seriously,
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Much.
it's new, so
All the
we're,
feedback I can get because Trish
Right,
and I
you want your
discussed
feedback.
this. I've been here since 2000, most give or take a couple of years. So the way I think about our stuff isn't necessarily something from the outside
Exactly.
looking in. So I definitely want all that feedback from
right,
the outside.
that kind of
looking
piloted
in.
that, a couple things.
Yes,
with me, right?
exactly, because sometimes I think, I know what special.
We're in the
events
parks
mean.
world, so that's
I know.
where mines are. So sometimes we need that
So
outside.
for somebody to download
Yeah.
this, what do they look for on the Google,
Shelbyville Parks and Rec.
under either the
App.
App Store or whatever? the
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll be sending
Google
out.
Play or App Store.
Three minority
Now.
phones.
It is live now.
It is live now. We'll be starting promotion soon, hopefully by next week as well, sending out some stuff, we'll have QR codes that you can just immediately go to it. We'll have something on our website. We've already got that drafted out to where you can go there and it'll take you right to the links, so you can download, Google or Apple from there, so.
The guides are on there too, aren't they?
The guides, so on the very first homepage, you'll see.
Just like this.
Bring a summer guide, and then when you go to the program.
Sorry, I didn't-
special events
yeah, I
page,
just-
Right there.
you'll see it there too.
So go right to
Look at
it.
the guide, flip through the
Yeah.
guide if you want to find that information. Just open, it's just a wealth of
Latest.
information at your fingertips, and that you can just.
Yep, we live in a world of convenience, so.
Welcome to.
Here we go.
2025.
And I want to share on behalf of Amy, she has worked super hard at this.
She had
There were
months.
times where she wanted to give up and almost gave up, but did not give up. So we appreciate that because she hit a lot of roadblocks during this. And I want to say too, that,
Yeah, we didn't shop this out to
We-
an outside vendor.
no, we are the second in the state of Indiana that had to have this app. So I think that's very impressive.
You go.
That we are there. And again, and then you can shoot it. Not only are we the second in the state, but go ahead. Oh, I thought there was something else.
Oh,
Well, the other one's bigger too, right? They're-
Fort Wayne is the only
Oh,
other
yeah.
one. that
Yeah.
has.
Yeah.
So we go Central Indiana. So
Better.
initially they told me we were the first, and then they said, I came back and they said, no, we did it last year. So I'm like,
Well, we've been working on it for a long time.
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
but no, it's super exciting. I'm really excited about it. I hope everybody loves it. And like I said, definitely give me feedback. Make some changes here and there and put some things out. I just did the music in the park page. A lot of stuff you'll see also goes straight to our website, which is, the website's fantastic, but I want this to be more all on the app because there's a lot more, you get a lot more information on the website sometimes. So this is kind of just a snapshot. And if you know what you're looking for and you can find it. Nice.
Is it linked? You say links to, is there, you can click the button, go
Yeah.
to the website?
It's got links on the homepage to our Facebook, to our Instagram, to the website. So, yeah. It's all here. And if you think of anything that's not in here, just let me know.
Did you inform
I'll
about
make-
something, go back to the city's website, right? You were doing that, so some people will see.
Yeah, they'll see that
City Hall.
header page and stuff and just keep scrolling through that. But I'm working on transferring everything over. Like I said, a lot of the fall, winter stuff, it won't go anywhere yet because it's not up and live to go. So.
Yeah. And we are working with Jenna, our public relations. She's gonna help us launch this and kind of really make it a big deal and make it exciting for our community, something that we can offer. And so that'll happen next week. So she's been working hard on that. We appreciate that. And we'll be ready to.
And I just want to say, this is so next level.
Absolutely it is.
Oh, you have to click the button again. Yeah, okay.
Very next.
Thank you,
level.
Amy. Great work.
Thank
Great
you,
work.
Amy.
All
Lots
right.
of hard work there.
Next item.
All right. Just a little thing to put in your ear. I know that it's been a while since I had brought up about wanting to do some kind of kayak rental system. Again, something fun, something I feel is needed in our community. We have a big outdoor enthusiasts out there that I think really want to see this come to play. And I want to start that again. I want to get back to that. I want to find those people. I want those people to find me, and I want to schedule a meeting. I want to lead that. I want to kind of get some feedback. I want to get what are our obstacles, what's in our way, what can't we do? I know Betsy is a big kayaker. And I know there are several people out there that want to see this happen. I need those people to come to me so we can schedule a meeting and we can share ideas. And then of course, getting our support from our administration and stuff and wanting to do this. I know that it would be a great thing. I just wanted to kind of put it back out there because it was brought up again to me, that people really want to see this happen. So I just want to start those wheels turning again and kind of get back to that, and see what we can do. And
Do you know, does anybody here know, at one time, because I know the foundation helped us put in what we had, the access point there.
Mhm.
They were doing one at Morristown as well. And does anybody know, did they ever do that one?
I don't know if they have. I know there's a huge log jam at the old Roger Shaw Park, so that's a
Okay,
big portage area.
yeah. No, I was just curious. I didn't know if you.
And that's where I need those people that do know that information. I know I've heard a couple different things from people that there's a situation at Kennedy. Obviously, there's a blockage there. And then over by the Village Pantry area, I feel like the way it would flow and the way it would move, that's where I need the help with. Just to have a better understanding of what we're
And that
looking
I
at.
have not seen people come through Blue Agave.
Put in at the bridge there and go
Yeah.
down.
That does.
Some people are.
Somebody talked to me about this the other day. Is there any reason that we can't remove what's left of the Ford that's there at Kennedy?
I think the DNR has to be involved with that.
Poured concrete, why can't you just take concrete out? It's man-made. I don't understand.
Change the flow a little bit.
Yeah.
Changed it when we put it in.
You know.
Yeah. That it is a DNR thing because that's how
Well, can we ask them to take it out?
Always ask.
I mean, make the kayaking, take out the obstacle of kayak.
Yeah.
It serves no purpose. It's broken up. It's
Yep.
man-made. So.
and that's something
Or
that.
wake up one morning and somebody took it out. I don't.
Right. Well, and what it would be is if this were to even happen, again, with support from, council, the mayor and everybody involved, including you guys, we don't know until we know. So that's where I'm kind of out with this. It's just digging in a little deeper than where we were before. But it would be, like the kayak cages is what they're called. So you would rent those out, in some fashion. And yeah, so that's what I'm kind of looking at right now. Just to see where we are, and I want the feedback from our community to.
Well, speaking of like that Ford, they had taken out the header dams on the flat rock. Like when you go across 9, it's down. It's not completely down, but it's down. It's now navigable. Did you,
Those were privately owned.
all of them?
The two that one of them, because I did that.
I thought they did some other. Okay.
The other one was determined not to have an owner, so they went and removed the boat.
Nice.
But DNR must have approved that, or they didn't ask one or the other, I guess. There's a precedent for it.
They did it, and if you give me time to get back and figure out my sources are, I can
Thank you.
send you a contact.
Be real. Since you spoke, you want to mention who you are?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Thank you, Hannah. Just Hannah? For the public record?
Yeah.
Okay, Hannah. good
If you
call.
know the total news, you know Hannah.
I know, but this is archived, we won't know 20 years from now whose idea that was. Thank you, Hannah.
Well, I know
Yeah.
that HWC is working with the Blue River Community Foundation. They've developed a quality of place plan committee, and I am sitting on that. So in that meeting, there was a lot of input, a lot of knowledge, wealth of knowledge in that room, and this came up. So I feel that, you know, it's one of those where we do want to readdress it and kind of see where we go from here, and yeah, okay. So that's why I just put it on there. There's nothing definite. It's just to put that out there so you guys are aware that I am working
Well,
on
part of our
that.
master plan was to get
Mhm.
more active with the river.
That was one of the biggest ones in our master
It
plan,
was.
by the way.
And I know I was one of the ones that put my little sticker on that too,
A
so.
lot of people did, so.
And again, part of that work session, so that's the kind of stuff we just have to dig into, so.
Yeah, that was high on the list for the master plan. Okay, so next is just letting you FYI, the preschool registration for 25-26 school year is still going. We still have a few spots left, but that is going, and we'll start the third, I think it's the third week of August. So just putting that out there that we are taking registrations. Already updated you on the Sunrise Park concession building, so it's moving along, so we're excited about that as well. Eagle Scout, just thanking Xander for coming. And then the car show, it wasn't on here, but I just wanted to announce that real quick. The Shelby Shifters car show will be July 20th. They always do a fantastic job. This is their 28th, I think, for their annual car show. They'll have it at Kennedy Park. They do a great job. They do a fabulous
fun.
job, and it's a lot of fun, and the cars,
And they make a
it's
donation. to us
amazing.
every
They
year.
do, and they are so gracious that they make a donation to the Parks Department every single year for that. So we appreciate that a lot, and we're excited. We're kind of promoting theirs as well and putting it out on our social media, and
Looks like we're adding some things this year, like changing it up a little bit.
Yeah.
They have like 400 cars.
yeah, 400. I think their
They
goal
might
is
have to move.
their goal is to reach 500. So
We put those in Kennedy, 500? Really? Wow.
yeah. I mean, it's a puzzle piece, and they do it very well. I do have to say they do it well.
By the way, here's one now.
Yeah.
Going off.
As we're leaving. So yes, I think that is it for me.
It is. Someone approached me about if we have any future plans for doing some expansion activities at Clearwick Park. So I'm putting it out there. I told them at this point, I didn't believe so, but I'm putting it out there so that you all are aware that there has been some interest in doing more at Clearwick.
I agree with that.
Mhm.
That green space
The
is a-
green space right there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But with the additional housing
Yeah.
back there,
Mhm.
there's a ton more
Yeah.
people
Oh,
using
yeah.
that park.
Oh, yeah.
On the youth side, adult side, or both?
Again, please.
On the youth side of things or adults?
This was an adult.
Okay, yeah.
I could see, again, this is not a commitment, just because I had this discussion with somebody, different person, I'm sure than you, but you know, like basketball and pickleball over there.
Oh, actually putting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It still would leave a lot of green space for people who want to play football or kick a soccer ball.
I wondered about
And I'm just throwing that out as, or maybe,
what?
there's a lot to be.
dog park. Dog park. There's enough room, I think,
I
for.
think this person was hoping for more playground equipment. Because
We did this,
it's
that is the newest playground, and it's
Yeah.
not that new, but it's.
Yeah.
kind of a limited
Newer than some of the others.
amount of playground.
We need to upgrade in all of our parks,
Yeah.
really that stuff.
But
It's
we
that,
also know how expensive that
it is about $100,000 to start,
That's very expensive.
so,
Even a
Wow.
walking trail through there, I think would be.
you know. I think it's, again, it's good work session stuff that we can talk about.
Yeah. A little list.
No, just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Because I
Keep
said.
coming up with all those ideas, or if the public has input, feed it to us, so we know, and we can't make things happen on the fly, you know, as much as we want, but, we have other people that have to dole out the money to us and stuff, so. But we appreciate it, and we appreciate people like, Sierra that came today, our scout, and, also Rick and those guys who, they just bring stuff to the parks and make it better, you know, they don't ask, do this for me, we do it for you, so we appreciate it. Thank you. Motion adjourned?
Adjourned.
I know you guys